Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 201. Happy 4th of July. It's your boy A-Dub.
The building was going.
What's good? Oh, Strizzy's on location right now, and we're just glad that we can continue our tradition and check in with our slackers out there on this 4th of July. This will be a little bit of a Slack Express. Not too much crazy going on, but the biggest thing, of course, is the NBA free agency. So we're definitely going to hit that. But before we do, Strizzy, how you doing? What's good?
Oh, doing good, man. You know, just hanging out with some family a little bit for today. Funny thing is, dog, I just because this holiday's on a weird day, it just felt like it's still the weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you messaged us this morning because I forgot that it was Tuesday for real.
I know that's the same way I've been. Everybody's work schedule's been a little bit different. People celebrating, all the way since Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every which day. I was kind of feeling the same way. I'm like, it feels like a Saturday and a Sunday and a Friday all at once. So definitely doesn't feel like a Tuesday, but here we are. I'm glad we could get together for sure. So that's what's up. We got some slackers in the building. We got moms in the building. Happy 4th to the slackers. We got Kelly out there. Happy Tuesday. And we got Grace as well. Happy 4th with that red, white, and blue. That's what's up. Before we get too far into the show, definitely want to say what's up to everybody and also to fill out our panel real quick. So we got to add our boy, Mr. Mad Marcus. What's good, Marcus?
What up, people? Happy 4th of July to everybody, man.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for being here with us. Definitely want to get your thoughts on what's going on with the NBA a little bit too.
Okay.
So I think we should go ahead and get right to it. Let's go ahead and get our first topic out the way, and then we'll get it popping.
What's up next? Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk.
Let's get it.
That video is crazy how small Strizzy was and how he is, and I just think that he's like swole now, but that was like he was small.
I know, for real. Crazy. That was like, I was trying to think when that was, like episode 50 or something.
Yeah, it was back in the day. It was.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. We'll definitely have to get it updated now that Strizzy's got his swole on. You know what I'm saying? Get you right.
I know. Even Mom's called me out on episode 200. She was like, "Y'all got to redo your videos, Strizz."
Yeah, she was seeing you in person too, so she was like, "For sure."
True that.
And Kelly says, "Love the background, Marcus." Yeah, that's what's up out there in the galaxy.
It's not on purpose. I ain't bring all my stuff. I forgot it was 2 days too, so I ain't bring my camera stuff. So I have to kind of wing it a little bit. So thank you for saying that, though.
That's what's up. All right, so jumping into NFL talk, we really don't have anything going on too crazy, but one thing we're kind of curious about and waiting on is who's going to be the team for Hard Knocks. So there's a lot of speculation that it's going to be the Jets, and that basically that it's already been exposed that it's going to be the Jets. But just with training camp coming up in a couple weeks, I was curious, out of these 4 teams that are potentially going to be the Hard Knocks team, which one you would rather see the most? Strizzy, what do you think? Oh, we might have lost Strizzy.
Yeah.
Marcus, what do you think?
Jets for sure. I definitely want to see the Commanders or the Bears. Definitely want to see that. They always picked a terrible team. I want to see somebody, better. So I would say at least either the Saints or the Jets, but definitely the Jets.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I think the Jets would be the coolest, even though it'll be the most distractions. I think that they would be very interesting to see just because they have so much moving pieces and they're kind of going all in. So
yeah.
Strizzy, what it do?
My bad. Some technical.
No, you're good.
I'm not at the crib. My bad.
Out of these 4 teams though, which would you rather see on Hard Knocks?
We got but there's the Jets, Steelers,
Jets, Saints, Commanders, and Bears.
Oh, it's the Bears. My bad.
The Bears and the Jets, maybe. I think.
Am I still going? Yeah. Am I still off and on?
Yeah, a little bit.
My bad.
No, it's all good.
I was thinking though, probably.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you might have to just go on without me on this one.
Got you. Yeah. Sorry, we might have to do that. We'll get your thoughts on this on some of these things when we can get you back on location. But
I'll put the
That's
comments
right.
if you want to stay on.
No,
yeah,
that's what we do. I'll get the comments for sure. All right, I'll holler at y'all in a
All
little
right, cool. All right, appreciate you, fam. We'll see you. Peace. All right, for these the Jets, I think that definitely would be the most exciting. They already are talking about, maybe not wanting to have too many more distractions, but hey, that's what happens when you go all in. You try to get the limelight and the attention, and I'm sure they're loving it during halftime. Or, I mean, during the off season, but maybe not as much if training, if Hard Knocks comes to town. So.
But do you think Aaron Rodgers will be like participating in it? I feel like he won't want to be on camera a lot, so it might be like
Right, that's what makes it kind of tough. Like HBO does a good job of kind of finding those little stories, like and like the little lesser known players. But the thing is, like, if it's a situation like the Jets, everybody's going to want to be seeing what's up with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And I could see him though being like that because he likes to like go on his own podcast. He likes to go on like the Pat McAfee show. So he might not want HBO to get the scoop on him. Really, he's like, I'll control how it leaks out. So
right. Do they still do the other one too with Prime? Do they still do theirs?
Yeah, so they still do theirs where they'll start like week 5 or 6, like and kind of go from there. Yeah, so the only thing that kind of is worse about that one is you already know by the time they get done with the production that you already know what their season ended up like. So it's not as exciting. Where Hard Knocks, at least you see like the potential, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Yeah, Strizzy says definitely the Jets. They have the better and most entertaining roster. Yeah, that would be. But it's pretty funny. Like I almost just straight up forgot about David Carr. Carr going to the Saints.
Yeah,
that's just still like a sneaky move. But it was making me think like over the next month or so, we might have to go back and kind of do a reset of where we're at, all the moving pieces. Definitely, at least the quarterback carousel and the new coach is coming in, so we can make sure that we're up to date before the season starts for sure. So, all right, but that's what's up. So that's really all that's going on. Is we will be looking forward to training camp coming up in the next couple weeks. But until then, we'll just keep it moving. Let's go ahead and hit up our next topic. All right, NBA talk is our next thing, and we are gonna get into all of free agency and kind of break down who we think is doing the best in free agency so far. But there are two big dominoes that are still left to potentially land soon here. We got Damian Lillard. Last week when we spoke, he had made his request list for the Blazers of what he wanted to see to keep them in contention. Since then, he has now officially requested a trade. So it looks like his days are officially numbered in Portland, despite all the loyalty talk and all that. So it's going to be interesting to see where he lands. And then Harden with the Sixers, he opted into his contract to make sure that he was going to guarantee the bag and then immediately requested a trade as well. So they're looking for trade partners for him. Yes, they're looking for trade partners for him. Apparently the Clippers and the Knicks are two of the teams showing interest in James Harden. Me personally, I'm really hoping that Dame somehow ends up with the Sixers. I think that would be pretty gangster. I guess they're in the running, but the big team is the Heat that we've been talking about. So, Strizzy, if you could drop in the comments what you think your team would have to give up and how much you want Dame or don't want Dame. But I don't know where Lillard's going to end up. I was curious what you thought about this one, Marcus.
Sorry, Strizzy, when I say this, but I don't want him in Miami. I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think because they have to give up too many pieces to get him, and then you got to start over. You know what I'm saying? So if they can keep some big pieces, then they have another chance. But the team from last year gonna be pretty much gone. So all they're gonna probably have that's as good is gonna be Bam and Butler. Is it? You know? I think they need more now. I think they're gonna need shooting and all that kind of stuff like that. So I think they have to give up too much to get him. And the Sixers, I wouldn't mind that. You know, I think he'll do good there. He's not the type of player that's gonna miss a lot of games. He don't miss a lot of games. He's gonna play. So I think with that team that's already kind of like established and with a new coach, I think he'll do good there. But I don't know where else he can go though. Is there anywhere else who is trying to get him besides the Clippers and Heat?
Now the other one they say is an outside shot is the Spurs. They say that Lillard has a lot of respect for Pop, and maybe they'd have enough pieces without obviously giving up Wembanyama. that they might be have enough pieces to get Lillard, which would be an interesting pairing because Wemby's going to be something to deal with a little bit at the beginning, and if he's really that good with Dame, a player like him, that'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah, so that's like, but he goes there. He don't care about championship no more because it's gonna take a long time to get one there. So
yeah,
if he go there, he just starting to start over. So I don't think he'll go there. He may be trying to win. So I think the only team that can probably he want to win now would be like the Sixers or the Heat. So
yeah, I kind of feel you on that one. Like the Spurs would be kind of cool to see that pairing, but he might as well then just stay in Portland if he's gonna. He said already he doesn't want to be part of a rebuild. That's his whole thing. So, Strizzy Dame has basically said he wants to play for Miami and Miami only. Miami already lost Max and Gabe Vincent, so they need another team to get involved. That's the thing. It might end up having to be a 3-team deal. If the deal goes through, it's looking like Miami will get both Nurkic and Dame. Dang, that would be crazy.
That'll be nice. They'll need that right there. That'd be really nice. If they get Nurkic,
lose all their depth. Yeah,
they get him, and you still have Bam. That's gonna be a great team. It'd be hard to beat. I just feel like I don't think Dame could be his. You think he could be himself with Butler there? I think he could be himself with the Six. I know for sure he could be himself. He could do what he do. But I just think in Miami with Butler, like
I think Butler's just gonna have to take that step back and really just be that just kind of defer more to Dame and just Dame will have the ball in his hands. He'll run the show how he.
That's not his personality though. He's an alpha, and Dame not an alpha. So I don't know. It might work out though. I think either one of those teams they'll be good in the East, especially you get Nurkic. That would be nice though. That'd be really good.
Any thoughts on Harden? Where his value is at? Can he still be a game changer for a team, or is it
right now? I think when he was in Brooklyn, that was a chance to get championship. So I don't think he'll get championship wherever he goes. So if I was him, get the bag, and I'll go back to Houston. You know what I'm saying? Be the guy again because everywhere he go, you're not the guy no more. I think you could be the guy for a couple more years in Houston. You would be the guy, there. Yeah. So they pick up some good pieces over there too. They're trying to get. They got Van Fleet over there. You got a young team. You got you're gonna get who's the coach? Oh yeah, you got the new coach over there too. So I think going back to Houston. Yeah, I think going back to Houston, they love you there. You built your career of who you are there too. So I would like to see him go there. But I don't know can they afford him though?
That's going to be the question. Now that he opted in, are they going to have enough room to pay him? Yeah. Or, maybe that's why, I think Houston was in the background hoping, if he opts out, maybe he'll take a little discount, So now I don't know. But we'll see. We're actually going to go ahead and hit up let's hit up the free agent list real quick right now because you mentioned already Van Fleet, some other different moves going on. So we're going to cheat a little bit, and we're just going to hit up the NBA site. They got all the listing real quick. So we're basically going to just put this in there real quick. And Strizzy already said that. Oh, he said in the comments the third team is looking like the Nets that could get involved. Okay, that's be interesting. Well, all right, let me share this tab real quick and see. Can you see this real quick?
Yep.
You with me? Okay, cool. So all right.
Wait, so Rudy Gay still playing?
Yes, Rudy Gay is still playing. He joined via trade with the Jazz, and this was part of the John Collins trade. But it's really just kind of a salary dump for the Hawks. I think that the Hawks will end up releasing him probably.
Okay.
So, next up, Boston Celtics. What do you think of their? I mean, obviously for Porzingis, that puts them at near the top of the East, right? They already were big in the East already.
If he can stay healthy, definitely that's gonna help him out a lot. He's a big piece. So if he stay healthy, then they better now. So put it that way.
Definitely.
No defense. The defense might go down a little bit, but other than that, I think they still got better though.
True, they can outscore teams. Next up, Brooklyn Nets. These are their major deals. Cam Johnson, I'm happy for him. He's getting paid.
Like, what did he do to get paid like that? I was like, wow.
He's a smart ball player, though, and he did well with the Suns. He obviously had to go, though, with the trades with the Suns. But, I mean, that's cool, though. He can stay up there and do well. Lonnie Walker, that's cool, 1-year deal. Now, I do have to congratulate LaMelo Ball, the Hornets. LaMelo Ball getting the bag, getting a max rookie extension. So congrats to him. Another guy, though, we really just need him to stay healthy. But the Hornets at least have something to believe in a little bit more with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. The Bulls haven't done too much, but Torrey Craig is kind of interesting.
Did you see the text message they're doing right now with him and Drummond?
Drummond was trying to get his number, right?
No, Torrey Craig wants Jum is number 3.
Oh,
And
okay.
then he said, okay, I'll give you 3 if Kobe gives me 0. And then he said, well, just take 00. And he said, well, you take 33. He said 33 is retired already, so I can't get that. So they was
Oh,
kind of going
dang.
back and forth with that. It's kind of cool how they was doing that.
Yeah, it's actually funny how much players will spend and pay and do like gifts and stuff like that for their numbers. It's crazy.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool to see guys showing the receipts or showing text messages in a good way, not always negative like that. So it was kind of cool.
I feel you on that one. The Cavs are actually building a nice little team with Strus joining, and they're trying to build around Mitchell. I still just feel like they're kind of a middle of the pack team though.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy with them.
But Matt Strus might be a big thing, and LeVert's taking ball, man. So you give him a shot, I think he can do his thing, So I like to see that how it happen.
I do, yeah. I do have to say though, the Heat, man, they brought up all those undrafted players, and they had that great playoff run, and now they're all leaving get paid. So good for them for sure. The Mavericks, this is an interesting one. Kyrie Irving, he did meet with the Suns, but that was all window dressing. I think really just to kind of make sure that the Mavericks knew he could. He had options. But Kyrie Irving coming back, what do you think this does for him and Luka, like in the future?
I think it's a good thing now to see that he came back. So I thought they had some problems, but I guess they cool. So I think a full season with Luka, they're gonna be a dangerous team in the West. And I think they come out. I think they do like at least 4th or 5th seed this year with Kyrie. If he stay healthy, I think I'm gonna love to see them play this year together. I'm happy to see he came back.
Yeah, me too. Give him a full chance. And also, this is kind of Mark Cuban. Like, he's like, I made the investment to bring him here with the trade. Like, I want to see more than just like a couple months worth of it.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I thought he was in charge of coming to Suns, but I'm happy he didn't come here.
Me too. That would have been just over the top.
It's too much.
Yeah. The Nuggets. So they did lose a couple guys. They did lose Bruce Brown, but they're bringing back a few people. But they lost Jeff Green and Bruce Brown. But I still feel like they're poised to kind of make a run at repeating. What do you think?
Definitely. Yeah, I think they are. And then seeing Reggie Jackson up there, that surprised me that he didn't play
like at all.
Like I'm like, he's a good player. When he's in the Clippers, he was one of their main guys off the bench, and he gave you good numbers. So I don't know if something happened or something like. But to see they signed him for 2 more years, so like, what was going on? Like he didn't get the playbook or something. I don't know.
It was something like that. I do feel like it was something like that. Like they know he had value, but they almost didn't have a chance to really get the most out of him, and they were doing so well. They're like, okay, we can still figure this out later, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, let's see. I think Reggie replacing Brown is fine. Street says about that one.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I think that's a good replacement. Yeah.
And he also said Melo got a crazy bag. Sorry, I'm just catching up on these. Is Harden a game changer? No. Yeah. All right, let's keep it moving. The Pistons, they're not doing too much, but they got a young squad. Monty Williams has his work cut out for him.
Yeah.
Not really much more to say for them. This guy, we talked about this a little bit. So great. Draymond is back, 4 years,
I didn't
million.
know how I missed that. I thought he was still out there trying to get somewhere. So he signed already?
He signed. He did come back.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. And it's like, to me, that definitely takes him to the end of his career. I think. But it's funny. Like, I thought they were out of the Draymond Green thing. But something was when Poole left, I was like, oh, man, he's just stepping aside so they can make way for him to come right back. So
for you to punch somebody on camera, do what you did, your personality, they get rid of the guy that you punch and you get to stay for 4 years there.
Right.
You know the bodies are buried or something. That's crazy.
And on top of that, like the whole thing last year of like stepping on dude's chest again, like like that's crazy. Yeah, 4 years, 100 million. I was surprised by that.
Draymond got 100 million.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But that Chris Paul pairing too, that's what's gonna be sneaky.
Be nice. They're gonna be so good with the passing, the open. Like Steph Curry and Klay gonna have so many shots now. Like it's insane.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're gonna be fun to watch again.
Yeah.
But we'll check in on them. The Rockets, the Rockets are kind of going in. I like what they're doing. Dylan Brooks, he's not done yet. Of course, some people were talking about, whatever. But
too.
He got paid, and the Rockets have to spend a certain amount of their cap. So they knew they were going to sign some people some good deals. That's a great place for him to go. But Fred VanVleet, again, what do you think about him there? Like he's just went to get his money and that's
Yeah,
it.
definitely. That's all it was about. It's not to win or none of that. It's like they get the money. It's in the waist too. So it's that. I thought he could have came to Phoenix and he'd have been a great fit for them because they need a point guard now. And I think he'd have been a big fit, but they probably can't afford him getting billed, so they couldn't work out. But going to Houston and get it, and maybe he knows something too. Like I think guys talk. All they missing right now is a decent player like a Harden or somebody like decent to help them. If they don't get another piece, they're gonna be a little better, but they're gonna still be the last in the West. So I think he got paid though, so that was good. To get your money, man.
Yeah, get your money, live good. I'm sure it's cheaper there than Toronto for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So
and he back in the States, so
Strizzy said they need him already small, but he does all the dirty work in regards to Dylan Brooks. He definitely does that. So.
Yeah.
That's what's up. The Pacers, they got Bruce Brown. They stole him away from the champs. Halliburton got the 5-year max extension, so I'm definitely excited for him. And then Obi Toppin, Pacers again. Like those are some solid moves. Overall, you got better, but I don't know if it makes a difference in the
East. Bruce Brown, that type of player on a good team, he makes a team better. But going over here, like I think it's like that thing when Steven Jackson was with the Spurs. Like he did his part with them and did great with them. But when he went to another team to be more, it's like he couldn't do it. So I think him going to the place they might expect too much out of him, and he probably won't flourish there. So, but if he go there and play the role he's been doing, come off the bench and doing little things, then I think he'll do good. But I think they got him to do a little bit more. I don't think he has that in him.
I feel you. Like he's a great like. Role player, but he's not going to be a bigger star for you. Yeah. I feel you on that. Okay, the Clippers. Now they did re-sign Russell Westbrook, and congrats to him. He was able to stay home in LA, even though he got much less money, but he's still going to get a chance to play.
Yeah,
I think it's like 2 years, $9 million or something.
Yeah,
that he got. So, but hey, he made $40 million last year, so he's good.
That's true.
KJ Martin, Mason Plumlee. This seems all right, but it's really going to hinge on do they go after Harden? Do they get something like that to go with their other stars and obviously too like Kawhi. Is he going to be healthy again like that? Is he ever going to play consistently again? That's my question.
But they have to get rid of Paul George to get Harden, right? Like he's going to be gone. They can't keep.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which will be interesting. Like Paul George in Philly, I don't see that either. That's why I think it's going to end up being like a 3-team deal.
Okay.
We'll see though. Now the Lakers, I'm really, really excited with what the Lakers have done. Look at all these moves, a flurry of moves. But I want you to tell me your impressions of this. But Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince, Gabe Vincent, bringing Rory back, bringing Reeves back, and bringing Russell back cheaper, and then also signing Jackson Hayes, which is kind of sneaky. What did you think about the Lakers free agency?
I think all those players on that team is needed. You got shooting, you got defense, you got a big body, you got those Russell and Reeves who was on that team last year, and Hachimura, I think he's a great player too. So I think they got all the pieces they really need. That's a good addition to what they got, So Gabe Vincent is going to be a big piece because they didn't really have a true point guard. So I think he's the type of guy, he could be a nice point guard and he can score the ball too. You got Cam Reddish who can shoot the ball. They had no shooting last year. To me, they had no shooting. So I think those two guys can shoot the ball, and then you got a big body in Jackson. I think LeBron gonna make him better. I think LeBron gonna get him in spots what he need to do and make him more get his confidence up. And then D'Angelo Russell is the type of player like he could be icing on the cake. Like now I don't think he has to do so much. Just be if you give us something cool. If you don't, then we got enough pieces. So I think everybody Prince. I think all those guys gonna be needed. I think if AD can stay healthy, man, I still think he's that piece they need. They can do all their parts without that big piece doing his part. You're gonna still fail. So I think that's a good. I think they got some good pieces there. That'll do good. And those guys will play good with LeBron. So
yeah, I agree. I think they all fit a role. They all fit something that was needed last year that they were missing. Austin Reeves, that's really cool because they were talking about him getting more on the open market, but they were able to convince him to return for basically what they could offer him, which was like that 4 years, $52 million or whatever. Like you said, Russell, he definitely has those flashes of talent, and during the regular season, he's going to be great, but he's going to have those nights where he goes off. He's going to have other nights where he's not like that. But if you're not relying on him, then that's all great. You know, like you said, that's icing on the cake. Gabe Vincent, that's a really good one. And a lot of these other guys, Cam Reddish, Torian Prince, very talented, but like maybe we haven't seen the most potential out of them, like, you know, on a consistent basis. So hopefully Ham can coach them up. And if so, they got some steals. Like, I think they got some really some good pieces there. So I know I'm a little bit biased, but for me, Lakers have had the best offseason that I've seen so far.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool how LeBron, he posted all those guys on his Instagram. That was really cool. Like, I'll feel good about LeBron posting me on there. Like, he's happy I'm on the team. So that was cool. He's already starting to highlight gel those guys together, you know, so that was really nice.
Absolutely, absolutely. So big things. I think it's going to be a lot of excitement watching the Lakers and this year and seeing how that all comes together. I'm excited for that. The Grizzlies, Desmond Bane, he got paid. He got his max extension. So congrats to him. Derrick Rose, this is kind of interesting, him coming back to Memphis for the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
And then Marcus Smart, we saw he came in the trade. And, you know, I just don't know. Like, the Grizzlies, they were doing really well last year. There were stretches where they were looking like they were like a true contender in the West. But I'm just not sure if they've gotten much better or if they've kind of slipped back or they're the same. What do you think?
You gotta get your best player distracted. Like, you gotta get distracted off of him. He's gone 25 games, so that's gonna be. You know, it's not like a lot of games, but that's a lot of games to start the season with no chemistry there. So he's gonna have to come back. That's half of it before All-Star break. So it's gonna be like how you get that back, him playing his role, him getting in shape and all that. Like, if they can go on the street and win at least 17, 18 of those games, then maybe it'll be okay when he come back. But you only win 10 of those games and you try to come back, like he gotta get in shape and get his rhythm back. Your season's gonna be over fast because again, you're in the West, so you gotta be on top of everything and gotta be doing your thing. So it just depends on how he comes back in shape and everything like that. So I'm not a big fan of Memphis right now. So we'll see.
Yeah, I feel you. Strizzy says that's a lot of money for Bane. He's good, but is he 200 million? Yeah, probably too much. But it's one of those things where I feel like they already had drafted him and they had to spend money, so they're like, you know, kind of investing in their own player. But I agree, he would definitely not get that on the open market. Also, just real quick, back to the Lakers. Strizzy has a few things. He says between Vincent and Reeves, they could have saved the money on Russell. No, I agree because they can probably get some of that, but I just feel like the depth, like that Russell provides, is a big change there. And then he also said Reddish just needs a place where he can shoot wide open threes. Most definitely, like in this, hopefully he'll get it if LeBron and AD are there and the spacing is right. He should be able to just fire away. So that's what's up. The Heat haven't done too much yet. Again, I think that they're still laying in the weeds trying to get Damian Lillard. Thomas Bryant, he's a solid player. I really do like him on a 2-year deal. Kevin Love returns on a 2-year deal, which is like, dang, how many more years is Love going to play? And then Josh Richardson. So any thoughts on the Heat?
Josh Richardson, he went back to the Heat, though. Was he with the Heat when Wade was there? Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came back around.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. I still think, I don't know. I don't think that they're quite done yet. But Strizzy said he's super excited for Bryant. We need the size. Yeah. And Thomas Bryant, I mean, he originally was with the Lakers. Like, I love to see him play well. He's a good player.
He's very emotional guy, so.
True. Josh Richardson's best years are underexposed, so maybe he's going back to where he can be productive for sure.
Yeah.
The Bucks, they're doing their thing. Now they got both the Lopez twins, Brooke Lopez, and they just added Robin Lopez. Malik Beasley, I think, is a solid signing. Jay Crowder coming back, and the Middleton got paid.
He deserved it. He deserved it.
As long as he can stay healthy, I think that they're going to be, you know, they didn't get too much flack, honestly, for going out in the first round the way they did. Yeah, but I think they need to come back.
Yeah, I think them all those players, the pieces they got right there, are some good pieces. So Chris Middleton, like I say, he deserved that money, so get him paid. I think he'll play. I think he'll even give him more now since he got paid. And having the twins on the same team, it's going to bring excitement to your team already off the court. And then on the court, I think they're going to do good together too. So that's really good how they did that.
Yeah, I like that. They can go Twin Towers too if they ever play on both, and they both can shoot pretty solid. So
yeah.
Timberwolves. Yeah. You know, not much to say other than, you know, I'm very happy for Anthony Edwards getting his max extension. he got over 200 million too. Him, and so he's definitely the face going forward. They've invested in him, so congrats to him. But again, I don't know. They're kind of a fun team to watch, but I don't think they'll make too much noise.
Yeah.
Pelicans. I still just don't know if what they're gonna do with Zion.
Yeah, that's what you wait for. The team is there for them. I think that's if he comes back with his mind right, that team can go to the finals. I'm just saying they got the defense, they got the shooting, they got the coaching, they got the pieces. Like Bi, I just think he's one of those sneaky players will come. He's gonna be a superstar. I think if he stay healthy too. So they got a team. You got McCollum there too. So they got all the pieces there. It's just that the main piece is not. They don't know if he's gonna come back or not. So. Right. That's another team to me. Maybe the James Harden thing can go with Zion. You never know. They could probably come over there and help out.
Run the pick and roll. Something.
Yeah, so, but if Zion goes back to that team, he plays well. They can be a team to beat.
Yeah, I feel it. They do have a lot of potential there. Strizzy also said he loved to see Ant getting paid. He deserves his money for sure. The Knicks are another team. Again, these teams that haven't done much are like the teams where I still feel like they might be doing something.
They have more to come.
Yeah, DiVincenzo's pretty cool though. He's a tough. He's like he plays hard.
He's solid.
Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah,
I got older with the Oladipo and Patty Mills. They got older, so those guys. I think both of those guys would have been good on like a Golden State Warriors or a Laker team. Somebody's already established trying to go to the championship. Even those guys going to the Bucks like that. I think they'll help that way. But going to that young team. Yeah, I don't know.
True. Unless they're there like really to be that veteran presence, like they're kind of just don't get in the way. That's for sure. You know? The Magic, nothing really too crazy. Joe Ingles, I really like him, but I just feel like I don't see him like playing for other teams besides the Jazz.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of belongs there.
Yeah.
But I do like him. Mo Wagner's good too. The Sixers, see again, they're kind of handcuffed by James Harden right now. But Patrick Beverly, I'm like, he keeps just popping
getting that money.
Yeah, he keeps popping up. So we'll see. But okay, now the Suns. We got to talk about the Suns because this is another team I think that has really been killing it in free agency. Obviously, they went out and got Bradley Beal in the big trade, so now they have a big giant three. But these guys that they were able to add in, specifically Eric Gordon and Watanabe. And Okogie, like I think getting him back that helps.
Big
and guys can all shoot.
And Damon Lee, man, that's a good pickup too to bring him back too. So yeah. So I think that's what you need, that type of team, because your guy's gonna be the main guy gonna be double and all that kind of stuff. You could throw it to somebody that can put it in the basket. That's gonna be key for them. So the Suns got a good team there, man. I think I wish they got more like maybe a little more bigs maybe to help out. Well, I mean like a decent big. That would help, but we'll see what they do with this though. Maybe it'd be a running gun team, so we'll see. Like these, and are they gonna play defense though? You know, I don't see none of these guys really gonna play defense except for Josh Okogie. He might be one guy that want to play defense, but the rest of them,
they just want there to shoot threes. Like honestly, I think they are gonna be that running gun team. Yeah. This is gonna be kind of like
old Suns.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like the Suns with Steve Nash and what's his name, D'Antoni. You know that style. But and Strizzy says this too. He said legitimately put together a huge offseason. I didn't think they'd do it. I agree. But it looks like what they did add the depth that they need. They can make a run if those big three stay healthy. And what do they get out of our boy Ayton?
Yeah.
Like, do they keep Ayton?
Mm-hmm.
I think that they will. But is he going to play well? I hope so. But yeah, I think the Suns, they put together definitely a nice offseason. So
yeah.
All right, Trailblazers, all they've done is get Jeremy Grant, which is awesome. He got a 5-year deal. He got paid.
Wow.
So definitely congratulations to him. He's kind of like a late bloomer though, you know? But I'm happy for him to get that money, even though it looks like he was part of like they were trying to convince Dame, but it wasn't enough just getting him.
I feel like these guys like him and Desmond Bain got paid. I think these guys are just good guys off the court too. Maybe they do good charity work and they do organization. True. So you're not getting paid because you'll play. Like they decent, but they ain't. That's a lot of money, man. 5 years,
right? Dang. And that's the crazy thing though too is like the teams, they do have to like spend like a certain percentage of their
Okay.
money. So
Okay.
it's like they have to get kind of close to the salary cap. So I feel like sometimes they're just like, all right, we got to pay somebody for this time. So
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay.
Kings, pretty solid. I guess my question for them is like, are they gonna be able to take a step forward beyond where they went? Because this was a great year for them, but is that
Great
like
year.
their top?
I think they did good though. They went past the second round. They went to the second round, right? Or it was the first round.
Oh, first round only.
Oh, I did.
It was the first round of the
Well, making the
Warriors.
playoffs, period. After all these
Right.
years, that's period. And then you gave the Warriors a run for their money, but I think the injuries kind of got to them, and it was kind of too big for them. But I think they do get better after. I'm saying you've been there and done that, so now you're not focusing on getting to the playoffs. You got past that. You go playoff team. So I just think you stay together. Don't try to break up the team. Stay together with Bonus. Keep your Malik there and Fox.
Oh yeah.
Keep those guys together, and I think you'll do good. And Trey Lyles, I think he'll be a great addition too. Get him more confidence, and then he'll be all right too. So I like the Kings next year.
Yeah, I think so too. They'll build from where they're at. Definitely a fun team to watch too, for sure.
Yeah,
Fox is a beast.
Yeah, and their arena, they love them. Their fans love them too, so that's good for that.
Yeah. The Spurs haven't done too much in free agency, but of course their big acquisition was the number one draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how they do. The Raptors, they got Schroeder. Congratulations to him. I feel like he, it's still just
it still stings.
Yeah,
he'll never get over that. So
no, and he can, the rest of his playing career, like he's still not gonna get that same.
Yeah, no matter what he try to do, it's gone, man.
Yeah. But no, that's cool. The Raptors, I don't know. I'm not too excited for them anymore. Now after they got rid of their coach, who was a good coach, and now they got
the last piece
gone. Yeah, so it's like
it's gone now. So they starting all the way over. Poor Drake. He gonna go back to the old Raptors again.
Stinky Raptors, exactly. Utah Jazz, grabbing John Collins, that's cool. And then Jordan Clarkson, he got paid. Missouri boy getting paid. Mm-hmm. But the Jazz are another team where, who knows, they might be like a sneaky link to Harden too, maybe to get one more kind of a star.
Yeah, but he ain't going to Utah, man. That ain't
happening. True. They don't got the right lifestyle for him in Utah. But yeah, let's see. Who else? The Wizards. I think that's it. This is our last one. The Wizards. Congratulations for Kuzma. He opted out at the right time so he can come back and get paid.
Yeah.
And then Tyus Jones is a pretty solid player. I really like him. So I think that he'll be able to prove some stuff with the Wizards. Again, they're going to have fun. They're going to be a fun team to watch. Jordan Poole coming over there. But I don't know if it really makes too much of a difference. They're still going to be like maybe barely make the playoffs or still like a 9-10 seed.
Jordan Poole starts?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're just
you have to. Jordan Bradley Beal is gone. You have to start him. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right, so that's what's up though. That was our full free agency tracker and rundown. I figured we'd just do that a little bit because there was so much going on, and we just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anybody's team. So
yeah,
that's what's up. Let me just switch back over to this graphic real quick. So that was our free agent frenzy rundown of the entire NBA. And we touched on every single team. So whatever your team is out there, we kind of got to see what they're talking about. And then the other thing that's going on really big in NBA right now is Summer League has officially started. And so Strizzy was in the comments about this one already. Holmgren looked nice in his first game back. And I really am hoping that he can stay healthy. And, we were excited to see him last year.
Yeah, we really were.
Just a glimpse of him. And so he looked really good last night.
Gained a little weight too. He gained a little weight, so I think I'm excited to see them how he play. I think he's gonna do well in the NBA.
I think he realized too. He's like, okay, I gotta bulk it up a little bit,
Yeah.
Another guy that we saw, the kid from Alabama, Brandon Miller. He did pretty good, but also he had seven turnovers and 7 personal fouls in his debut last night. But it is cool that we're seeing some of the guys going. We did see the Heat and the Lakers play yesterday, so I was able to watch a little bit about that. And the new Heat rookie, and now I'm blanking on his name all of a sudden, but he was looking nice. He had a big dunk on the Lakers too.
Wow.
But yeah, he's doing pretty good. The big summer league though will be starting on Friday. That's the Las Vegas one right now. They're just like in Sacramento and in Utah. But that's Friday is when we will see the start of that is when we'll see Wembyama, the rookie. And it's pretty cool though. Even though the Spurs are playing, they're like, "No, we're gonna save him for Vegas when there's like a big crowd because they know that that'll be a packed house." But yeah, this Friday there's like a three it's like a triple header or whatever.
Okay.
And the Spurs are playing, the Lakers are playing, and then somebody else. So it should be pretty cool. But definitely can see the young guys out there balling already. We can kind of see what we might have to look forward to. So that's what's up there. So yeah, that's our basketball rundown for right now. Of course, basketball just ended, but it's giving us the most news still while we wait for football to come back and while we just deal with mainly baseball. But another thing I definitely wanted to report on for today, though, the 4th of July tradition is the hot dog eating contest. And it almost didn't happen earlier today. There was a rain delay and lightning, but the competitors, you know what I'm saying, they were ready to eat. They were like, we wait all year for this. So they waited a couple hours. There was a rain delay. I think first ever rain delay in hot dog eating contest history. But here's the men's and the women's champion. We got Joey Chestnut. He ate 62 hot dogs.
62 hot dogs.
And then we have Miki Sudo who ate 39 hot dogs. She's the female champion.
But I'm like, I don't want to see you eating no 39 hot dogs.
Yeah, it is kind of nasty to watch, honestly. Like it's pretty gross.
But my guy up there, man, he looked like he getting worse and worse, and like he looks like he's becoming a hot dog. Like, hey, he's struggling, man. But he keep winning. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, this was his like his 16th championship. I think he's won like 16 out of the last 17 years or something like that. So.
I wonder if he even trains still for that stuff, or he just.
Yeah, I think he like they're like so serious about it. Like it was crazy. But yeah, Strizzy reminds us of last year. Yeah, we had like 6 and that was like the worst feeling. So
the chicken was the worst one though. 'Cause I thought I can really do that. I almost choked to death on that thing, man.
I know that was funny. We'll have to throw those in the comments. So we'll have to go back in the archives. But yeah, last year we did the hot dog eating contest and then we did the chicken wing challenge. But yeah, I just feel like. Yeah, it was kind of bad. But but homegirl though, she said that 39 was a low tally for her. I think her record is like 47 or something. So she was a little bit off today, and so was the other dude. So
I call him Nathan. That's his name. He's Nathan.
He's Nathan now. Joey Chestnut. Yeah. But yeah, so that's so that was cool though. Definitely got to see a little bit of that. But that's definitely a great spectacle of gluttony right there.
Yes.
Just nasty. The only other thing going on real quick is Wimbledon started, and we had Venus out there at 43 years old. She's still out there doing her thing, but she did lose in the first round. But I was glad to see that she's still active and she's still trying. So shout out to Venus. Thank you for at least holding up the Williams name, you know what I'm saying, representing at these majors. And then we have Djokovic, who's going for his 5th Wimbledon in a row, and he did great in the first round. So if you guys are interested, that's on. You can catch a little bit of that going on right now. But that's it. I think that's all we.
I had one thing to ask you about. I know you guys talked about it. I want to get your thoughts on, like, how do you feel about ESPN getting rid of those guys, getting rid of 20 people, and some big names at that too? Like,
yeah,
I thought it was fake news until I'm like, it was real, man. So I'm like, oh,
I think, yeah. So ESPN. It's actually, honestly, it's kind of a Disney problem too, because Disney is like the parent company, right, for ESPN, and they've been making a lot of like kind of suspicious moves lately. You know, they've been trying to dump a lot of money, move a lot of things around, and I definitely think like that kind of is trickling down to ESPN. I think ESPN has been such the major player and like so at the top of their game for so long that they feel like they can do no wrong, but they're slipping. I feel like the competition is getting closer and closer to them. And really, I don't even really mess with SportsCenter the way I used to, or anything like that. There's just so many other outlets to get news or to figure out like where you want to see your news. So ESPN, like they're slipping to me. I think that they let too much talent go. And I feel like the only people they're rewarding are like those shock jock type of guys like Stephen A. And even like Mad Dog. Like Mad Dog used to be famous like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Now they're bringing him back around and trying to make him like he's a big star. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not what we want to see, you know? So I think that they're really slipping.
Yeah, I was shocked to see they got rid of Max Kellerman. Like he has a big show with Keyshawn and other guy. So they don't have their co-star now, but they still did they get let go too? I know Max and Jelly Rose are the big names. Was Keyshawn and what's my other guy?
I think Keyshawn's gone too.
Oh,
and yeah, I think he's gone too. Like honestly, I feel like the only people they have left is Perk. Like he's doing great.
Yeah,
like he's good there. And then what's the dude the brother for NFL the big swagoo or whatever, like that one guy for NFL,
Marcus Spears.
Yeah, Marcus Spears. Like so it's like they have like a couple people like in each sport and they're just gonna like put it all on their back.
So you don't think they got rid of people to bring on other people though, right?
I think they're scaling back.
Oh, okay. I was like, they doing it? Are they gonna bring Shannon Sharp on now? Because he's gone. Like he can't stay at Fox. I see him going to ESPN. So I'm like, are they making room for other people to come on, maybe, or what? So
I think they're really just trying to scale back. Okay. And like if there are other people coming on, it's gonna be like, like no offense, because everybody's on their path, right? Everybody's doing something, but I think it's gonna be like lower people that we might not have really heard of, or that are like sports writers, and they're like going to just give them a chance for cheap. I think it's all about saving that money.
Yeah. And can you think about it too? Since COVID, I don't think people is watching as like we used to watch either.
Right.
Because everybody's saying the same thing pretty much. You go on a podcast and get the same thing as somebody else saying. So these guys got podcasts. Like all these guys on TV now, they got podcasts. I go to podcasts and hear the same thing. So I'm not watching TV as much. So maybe the numbers are going down too.
Right. No, I really think it is. And like for Max, like, or even Keyshawn, right? Like Keyshawn, like he's built up his thing, right? Like why even go anywhere? Like you can just start your YouTube channel. Like same thing with like Max. Like you have a following, people know who you are, and people want to hear what you're saying. Like you can just do your own thing. Look at the Pat McAfee show. Like that does numbers like crazy. And Pat McAfee wasn't even like a broadcaster. Yeah. He was just a punter, but he kind of put his team together, and now they're kind of like all over the sports reporting. And they do better than ESPN. And it's like they have their own network. They control whatever. They can curse on there if they want to, or they can, not that they would, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like they don't have to answer to anybody. Like you could build your own thing and not really have to worry about ESPN giving you the axe even after all that time. Because Max has been with them for forever. Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, Strizzy agrees. He said ESPN has let so much talent go. It's crazy. He said, thought it was fake, but even Stephen A said, don't be surprised if they let me go too.
They ain't doing that. You know that. That's why he said that.
Yeah. He's like, I know I'm secure. They probably already told him. Yeah. But I just feel like, too, like even Stephen A, like, not to say he's a sellout, but like at some point it's like, I don't know, It's like, it's kind of weird. So, but no, I think that's a great thing to bring up. I think that we'll see some other people getting a chance, but I hope that some of that talent just does their own thing. Like, the same thing with what's our dude, Rich Eisen. Like he left a long time ago, and he just has his own like network. And his network is like solid.
And Dan Patrick.
And Dan Patrick, Dan Patrick. He's even better example actually of like just having his own thing. And now he's got his own office set up. He still has all the contacts. Still, people will call him, come on his show. Like, he don't need a network. So I think we're going to see a lot of people diversifying like that, and then consumers will just have the chance to go wherever they want to go, not be stuck with a one network. So but ESPN definitely slipping. They need to get it together. They can't just assume that they're going to be like the number one name in sports only because of the past. Like it's not. It's changing. So we'll see. But no, that's a great question, and I'm glad you brought that one up because I did forget to talk about that. But it's kind of sad to see. We'll see where all the dust settles, but by the time football season comes around, everybody will be in some place, I think, especially Shannon Sharp. Like, I want to see where he's going to be at for sure. Yeah. So, all right, that's what it is. I think we're going to get ready to wrap this thing up. I hear the fireworks going off like crazy.
Yeah,
everybody in the neighborhood, though, like I swear, since Friday has been popping off every night. So I'm like, either tonight's going to be the big finale or everybody's spent. So we're gonna find out in a minute here.
You poor dogs, man. Them poor dogs gonna be insane right now, man. I feel bad. I know.
I do feel bad for them. They don't know what's going on. They're just like, yo, can you just let me
like World War III out there?
Exactly. So shout out to all the dogs out there. Hopefully y'all get through the night okay. if you got a little vest to put on your dog, or make sure that they don't run away or whatever. Just make sure you comfort them if you can. But we appreciate y'all rocking with us on this 4th of July special, and we will continue to keep this thing moving. But thank you, my brother, for being with us. And
always. Thanks, Tristan, for the comments. He stayed with us. He wasn't on, but he was still with us, though.
Yes, absolutely. Repping in the comments. And I think I got most of your comments in there, Strizzy. So we were able to rep for you. Enjoy the barbecue and enjoy that kickback. And we'll be back together next week. But for now, that was episode 201 of Say Like a Champ. It's your boy A-Dub.
Your boy Marcus, man. Eat it real from me. Eat it real from me, man, please.
Let's do it.
And you say the truth. They open up my eyes.